All right, thank you guys for tuning in with Kickin It with Tyree. I have my guests here.
PaperStacks. Young artist in the city of Milwaukee, trying to make it.
How you doing today, man?
I'm alright. I'm alright. Another day.
Another day. Just starting off with the question: how did you get into music?
See, this question is it's actually an answer I really can't answer. Or a question I can't answer. I started rapping when I was 9. I don't really recall what caused me to write a song. When I was 9, I wrote a song, and I know I let like the kids around me hear it, and they all loved it, and the praise or feeling separated from my peers to be more on the platform kept me going with it, and then the more music I made, the more people enjoyed it, and it was like, okay, this I'm on the right path. But I don't really remember the initial reason for me to write that song in the first place.
Was that your first song you ever wrote?
Yeah, yeah. So like the first, like some people just was freestyling when they first started. I literally wrote a song. It was called "I'm So Tight." Terrible. It's terrible, but I remember.
Um, what is one of your influences in music? Really, like on an artist level, it doesn't have to be a rapper. It could be singers, different genres.
Well, okay. Let's say my top favorite rappers, who I think, even though I don't sound nothing like them, it's like I've molded my sound around them to create my own. I know I get a lot of scrutiny when I say this name, but Kanye West is still my favorite rapper of all time. I understand him as a person is not always up to par, but it's what I'm saying, it's him. The music still is nice. The music still is something that I can be drawn into. Second would be Rick Ross. I know a lot of people don't like Rick Ross either, but I just like he to me he is the complete package. He has music that can be aggressive, and then he can turn around and make a love song, then turn around and make a trap song, turn around and make a song about money, and he can get away with all of this because he's so versatile, and then his image displays somebody that you want to be. You want to be up in money like that, or like can walk in the room and just have total confidence because you feel as though you a boss. I just feel as though he got the complete package, and I really look up to Rick Ross as well. And then beyond them two, it's just more who music I enjoy. Like I like Jay-Z music, Childish music, Drake music. But I don't build myself around them.
All right. You said Kanye West. Just off topic, what's your top 3 Kanye West songs? Or not even songs, albums.
Oh, albums. Okay, number 1, Graduation. Number 2, 808, Heartbreaks. Number 3 is difficult. It's either between Twisted or Watch the Throne. If you consider that in there, but it would probably be Watch the Throne.
I'm gonna say number 1, Twisted Fantasy.
Really?
I always love that album. But I think 2 to me is Jesus.
Our track list is different.
Jesus. I like Jesus because it was like when I first got Beats.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first got like the Beats headphones, I first started listening to Jesus, and I just fell in love with it. I was like, this is the most different shit I ever heard in my life.
It was definitely different.
Yeah, Hold My Liquor is still one of my favorite songs to this day.
That's the one with Chief Keef, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it just was so. It was in tune, but it sound off. At the same time, like I don't know how you be pulling some of this shit off.
I don't know. He just got the fundamentals down. That's what I feel like Kanye West is as a producer. It doesn't matter who you are. If you roll up in his studio, you'll walk out with a hit. I feel like.
I agree. He also can make you sound way better. Like, no offense to him, but I don't like Kid Cudi unless he working with Kanye. Kanye make him sound 10 times better. Like, I'm serious. So
True. Did I say my third one yet? Third one, it's kind of Graduation. It'll be Graduation. It'll be a College Dropout, Graduation, kind of a tie, but Graduation just it'd be a three-way tie. Graduation, 808s, and
College Dropout.
College Dropout. But I feel like Graduation and 808s did something way different than what College Dropout even did.
See, College Dropout is a classic piece of work. It's just um, I've overplayed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so old and I've been played it so much. It's like not saying timeless music ain't timeless, but it's like I'm not going back to listen to them as much as I'm going back to listen to Watch the Throne
Mm-hmm.
or Graduation is always gonna be number one or 808s. So that's why. But College Dropout is a great piece of work. Even late
registration is amazing too. This is the last one. Yay, I liked it. It was just I don't know. It was something about it.
The one with him and Kid Cudi, I'm okay. There's some few songs on there that's decent, but it ain't nothing that like draws me in. I think that's purposely done. It's not really like a single on there. It's just more come listen to what we going through.
Yeah, that I feel like that's a lot of what the last two albums he did was I'm going through some mental shit and
but at least on that first one he dropped, that was the solo, he had like
a couple hits.
Yeah, and he had like people on there that'd make it better. Like I heard Ty Dolla $ign, 070 Shape, that was her big break. She on there. I heard Charlie Wilson. I love Charlie.
He always put Charlie.
Man, him and Charlie got to be like cousins or something. He always working with Charlie. So I heard Charlie on there. Charlie nice, and he really rocking with Ty. So Ty all up on there, and Ty is extremely dope as well. So there's these pieces make the project a little better.
Just to move in more into music, your latest project, Don't Believe the Hype. What was the process behind that? How did you come up with the name, and how did you start working on that project?
See, Don't Believe the Hype is actually, okay, I have probably 5 mixtapes before Don't Believe the Hype. These mixtapes are available on audiomac.com and SoundCloud. The form of music I made before Don't Believe the Hype is more flexible. It's more it's not really a pattern to it. Like the first track could be something smooth, and then the second track could be extremely aggressive. Because I was in the mind state of how this is what Rick Ross does. Rick Ross can have multiple songs, so it's more balance of he can be an artist. It just I don't think I sold it together perfectly where it all flows. But that's basically what my music before Don't Believe the Hype was. The music before Don't Believe the Hype, I didn't receive much success. Maybe it was because of the lack of flow. Maybe it was because what people want to hear, and I wasn't giving them exactly what they wanted. So it's one of my guys who has appeared on my last 2 mixtapes, and he's on the album. He's older than me. His Big D. He sat me down and he asked me. He said, "What's the ratio to how you doing the music you want to do? You're not caring about what's in or what works. You just I'ma just do me. What's the ratio of that pushing you to that next level, getting more fans?" And I said it hasn't worked. He said, "So why not this next project that you're finna do, that you're finna put money in, you're finna make it an album and you're finna put it on streaming sites? Why don't you give them a few hits that gonna work?" Because he's saying he know I can do it. Because I can do so much, and I really took his opinion to heart. And it's a lot of more aggressive songs on here, a lot of more catchy songs, a lot of songs that, in my opinion, would be considered as ratchet. Because that's what they like. They like that ratchet shit, and that's my thought process. So the very first song I recorded on this project is "Impress Me" / "Impress." That's why the sound of this song doesn't fit the actual project.
Mm-hmm.
but it was one of my favorites that I pre-recorded before my idea of "Don't Believe the Hype" came into play, and so I had to throw it on there.
Mm-hmm.
The next song will be "Start the Show," which
I was just
fit,
about to say, I
fits it
saw that
perfect.
on. I don't know how I came in contact with that song,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I saw it on like Instagram, like ad,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
sponsored.
I started uh following you off that, and then I kind of just been following you ever since.
I appreciate
So
it.
it was a good ass song. I was like, wait, I gotta listen to that again.
That song has got a lot of success. On Spotify, it got I believe 35,000 streams just by itself. Like, and that's because I dropped it as a single and with the album,
Mm.
and those streams merged together to create to be that much. And it's doing extremely well. It got played on uh, the radio V100 twice already. It's doing well. Like that's all I can. It's not my favorite song anymore on the project, but it's doing extremely well. So I definitely appreciate the love of it. And I didn't know that's how you found out about me.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
That's cool.
I was just I was scrolling through, and sometimes stuff pop up, and I just press on the sound, and I listen to it. I'm like, wait, I'm gonna actually download this and listen to it.
I appreciate it, man.
It was good, dude. I really fuck with it. I really fuck with the whole album in general. Like when you first sent it to me, when I first started doing this show, and we was talking about doing it.
Right.
It's definitely a long
late
time
in
to
the
make
game.
it. Yeah, like it's been months. We just ain't ever had the time to do it.
Right.
Once again, I want to thank you for actually letting me interview you. I can't do the show without people.
Right. Right. But no,
being in.
I definitely appreciate the platform that you're doing. Nobody cares what the local artist got goes through or their mindset until they make it. Then they care. Oh, what did this person start? Who is this person for real? But I'm me now. I'm not me. Even when I make it, I'm still me. So it's like it's cool that you put local artists in a position to break down who they are and people can fall in love with them early.
Yeah, that's really what I want to do is just focus on the art, focus on the person rather than just seeing them. I've heard too many people just say, "Oh, they just rap, they're a rapper, blah blah blah." I feel like they try to put people in a category, and they just categorize you as that,
Right.
and then you don't see the all the work that goes in, like sleepless nights. Like a lot of people really, this is what they want to do. It's not like a game. Like I always tell people, like this ain't a game. Like people really want to do this with their life.
Yeah, for real.
And if you want to, you got to go out and get it. So
it's the same way when they going to college and it's like they really dedicated on this major, and it's just the same way. Everybody don't put the same dedication. That's just like in school. Everybody not getting 4.0s. Some of them a little more serious and some not, but I'm definitely, if this was translated over to school, I'm definitely getting 4.0s. We be working.
Yeah, I saw you were down at in Austin for SFS Fest.
Yes,
How did you South by Southwest? Yeah. How did you get that connection? It was with Copyright magazine.
See, the thing was, I had a show lined up already, so I was already prepping to go out there.
Mm-hmm.
That show that I had lined up, it fell through, but I already had the whole thing in place. Mm-hmm. Another artist that performed out there, Audie Marie, she informed me that Copyright had a stage out there, and they was like promoting that they want artists to come be a part of it. So like they was like you were able to like submit your music, and then if they liked that you came and was a part of it, and they like my music. But the thing with Copyright, I already had run-ins with them. When my mixtape that came out right before Don't Believe the Hype, they did a review on that, and then I had performed at Ashley Guyton, the Cloud event, and they reviewed the Cloud event, and I had a big part in they review of that because they pulled me to the side and asked me questions. So I know a few of them done it at Copyright, so it was like, hey, go listen to my music, and they like, we know your music, you know. So it's more on the lines of that. So you know, it was you know they chose me. When I spoke to them down there in Austin, they said it was a lot of offers, like you know, like 40, 50 artists sent music. So you know, it was cool. I got chose, and it was nice, you know, to like every artist in the city that has never been to South by Southwest, you gotta go. And it's not just artists. Anybody who's making beats, who's you know shooting videos, you gotta go because the way Water Street is set up, where it's like two like blocks of bars, it's like eight, and in each bar it's like a performance going on from different genres. You go in one bar, it's rock and roll. You go next door, it's hip hop, and it's like artists just all through there. You see people promoting their music. It's food all down there. It's amazing. It's a site that it definitely inspires you, and it also puts you at a standpoint like I'm not doing enough. You know, because I seen it was a guy out there. I seen he had his whole little team with him, and they all had like a TV screen that was probably like as tall as a person, and they had it on their backs, and like the screen had his ad on there, and it was like his songs playing from the speaker of the TV screen, and everybody's song was in sync, so it's like just super loud. They just walking around, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He next up handing out cards, and his shit just right down their back, and it's huge. I said, this nigga gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the whole promotion scheme. He got his people involved, and he put some money into it, and he here. It's just it's so inspiring, and it's something I think everybody should go at least once, and no, at least twice. Like I gotta go again next year. I'm gonna stay at the same hotel because the hotel treated me nice. It's something I think everybody should go because it's definitely eye opening. I got to get a lot more shows out there as well.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm gonna perform a lot more.
Definitely, I bet if you say you performed last year, a lot more people will be open to let you perform or pay you perform. Right? They pay, right?
Copyright did not pay, but it was an opportunity, and I am happy for them for it. You know, but it was their first time doing it, and I know they mentioned eventually they want to get around and paying the artists. You know, after the second, third time, because they said they're gonna do it again. So you know that'd be nice. You know, and shout out to Copyright. They definitely making big moves.
Damn, I might have to hit them up honestly about it next year because I have an idea for it. You could like do an interview show because I saw it down there. Like they do the interview shows, like having people come through interviewing at South by Southwest, and
you trying to be a part of that?
Yeah, I'm like, wait,
get in where you fit in.
I already do this. So
right.
I already got the setup. I'll let you know.
Get in where you. I know the lady that owns it. You know, like I think she's one of the owners, but I know her. I could definitely exchange that information.
Definitely.
And she's dope and extremely understanding of people trying to make it. So definitely, she one of the ones who wrote the articles on me before. So it's like we know each other. You know, yeah. She know who
I am. One question is, what do you have coming up, music wise? What is the next step?
I have a lot of things in the works. As far as like to push my career to the next level. I have like an extremely big move that I've been had. I wasn't mentally or physically prepared for it. I think now that I have workout on streaming sites, now that I'm shooting more and more videos to have, that the whole YouTube thing where because most people look people up on YouTube anyway, and it's like, oh, he got videos. I'm gonna shoot at least 2 more before I make this big move. But let's push that to the side. What's more on sooner times? A lot of my peers in the city just dropped recently in June, and it was like a good 7 artists, and all of it was pretty much dope. Like it's probably like 2 or 3 songs I wasn't rocking with out of a 7 artist projects. and all of these guys was, I knew or I met through like doing music, and I'm proud of them, but I felt out the loop a bit, so it's like I'm back working seriously, and I'm probably gonna drop an EP this month or the start of next month, like in July this month. Is that this is my goal? It's gonna be great music. I already have uh, two songs fully done. One of them extremely dope. It's featuring Mo City and Fifth. This is the first song that we all three of us did together. It's gonna be a fan favorite, and the other one is featuring Audie Marie. So be on the lookout for those two songs. They coming real soon. Like in this month, I'm trying to drop the whole EP in this month.
Definitely.
And then I'm gonna drop a full length project in the future somewhere. It's gonna be like the sequel to Don't Believe the Hype. So it's that's coming. This EP is just having fun.
Yeah.
It's don't consider it as my second project. It's just an EP.
Got you. And what like when you're with your creative process, what is the first, second, third step like with writing a song for you?
First step is locating the beat. I do have engineers or producers, I should say, that's around me that does make beats. Like JL Beat, shout out JL Beats. That's my guy. It's my right hand man. And but it's always good to venture out as well. You don't want to have the same sound for every song. So that's the number one thing, finding the beat. Once a beat speaks to me, I'm like, oh, I can flow to this, or I can come up with some of this, or I already have something to this. Number one thing is I write the hook, because I feel as though that's my strong point. Other people are extremely lyricists, or have metaphors upon metaphors. My strong point is the hook. The hook is gonna always be amazing, and that's what I write first, and then I branch off from that.
I feel like when people, or the hook is what brings everything together a lot. So I feel like writing it first will help the whole song come right back together. So
it's very rare for me to write the verse first. Extremely rare. Like it's just extremely rare.
Yeah, I've been trying to write songs for people. Like
what?
Yeah, like I there was this one singer. She sent me a beat. I was like, all right, do you have an idea of what you want it to be? She was just like, nah, just write whatever, and we'll look it over afterwards. And I was like, oh, it's about to be tough.
She already went the wrong route. You got to tell me what you want to talk about.
I was like, this is tough already. Like, I don't know what you really want to talk about. It's really on you.
Right. I mean, you don't want to be singing about shit, shooting interviews.
Bitch, we shooting interviews and high five.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I say on the track.
So I mean, I have only written a verse one time for somebody. I wrote hooks that other people have said or done, but only a verse one time. It's not an easy thing to do. You got to really already be in tune with that. Like, like can understand their life and then can write it to the way they say it. That's something else.
That's something I really want to do though, is be a songwriter.
Really?
Yeah, just write songs for people, because I can't sing or I can't rap myself, but I feel like I can write it.
I understand.
To where someone else who does rap or sing can kill that shit. But
it's a young lady who sings, who wants this, who's looking for a writer that I can definitely introduce you to.
Definitely hit me up. I've been writing more like rap shit, just like, because I'm bored. Like, if I'm bored and I have an idea how something will sound, I just write it down. Or if I have an idea for something funny or a movie idea, show idea, I just write it in my notes. Sometimes I'll literally be in class or some shit, and I like stare off, and I'm like, wait, that was a good idea. And I don't even pay attention to class no more. I just be in my notebook writing it down. We got this thing called interim. I wrote a whole short film while we were in the interim class because the teacher lost me after like the first 15 minutes, and I was like, you know what?
That's a sign.
Started going.
That's a sign, man.
I was just like,
you might got to get out of there. I mean, I would never promote that. Don't get out of there. But I see you already starting.
Yeah.
But to shoot a movie, listen, I can act. Let me know.
Let's get it. I do want to shoot like a comedy film, or start off with comedy. I'm doing a short film at the end of this month, July.
That's lit.
July 29th, July 30th, we're starting to shoot it.
Mm.
And I want to start off with more serious stuff. Because, like, with the show, I had already done more comedy
Right. With the skits.
So I want people to think that as a writer, filmmaker, I'm only going to be doing comedy. Right. So I want to kind of, like, break out of that box and do something way out of the picture. Like, people won't even expect
That's dope.
To happen.
I've never met somebody in the city who wants to go down this avenue. Like, it's other avenues of success out there, and I've never heard this. I support whatever you need. If you need music in the background of the
definitely will be.
I could definitely provide.
Definitely. I was looking for like someone to like create music behind it, or more for like when I do like I want to make like a Friday movie.
Just like, pure comedy.
It's pure comedy, but it's gonna be me. You know who Justin Gordon is at all? He's a photographer.
No.
Not my friend Keenan Butler. I don't know if you know who Keenan Butler is.
Keenan Butler, no.
They all follow a lot of people from the city, music wise.
Do they follow me?
I think he do. I'm not sure. I think they might.
We gotta have a talk.
Follow his ass back.
Right. That's probably on me. I gotta.
But we kind of came up with an idea how we gonna do it.
I see.
It's gonna be funny as hell. Actually, it's gonna be funny.
That's dope, man. I love stuff like that. That's amazing coming from this because the city is bubbling right now.
Yeah.
Off of that stadium,
mm-hmm.
off of, I believe the next presidency or something like that is coming here.
I feel like the one thing that is missing
mm-hmm.
is video representation. Like everybody got their movies
mm-hmm.
that has like a video. Even Detroit, you seen Buffed Up, they got something that represents something that goes on in a city.
I see what you're saying. And
I feel like Milwaukee is one of the only, like, I wouldn't say major cities, but big cities that don't have a video movie representation. They got ATL, they got all types of stuff representing what they are. And I feel like it'd be great to have that.
What would be what do you think our city is? What is there to highlight on our city, though?
I feel like you got to highlight all the good and the bad.
I understand.
Because I had this idea, or we had an idea, my friend had an idea to do like a This Is Milwaukee like video, like the Childish one. And like This Is America.
Oh,
like
okay.
We were gonna do like the video of This Is Milwaukee, but the first thing I was gonna show, how he have the he shoot the dude who played the guitar.
Right.
First thing I was gonna show is them shooting the dude in the car and pulling him out and then pulling off on the car.
Oh yeah.
That was the first thing, like, cause you got to show the good and the bad.
Got to.
And then I was gonna be like, oh, this is something that actually happens all the time in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
like,
people reckless.
Yeah, and you gotta show every avenue. You gotta show how hip hop is actually a growing art form. Like I feel like within the next 5 years, you're gonna have to look at Milwaukee.
I agree.
You ain't gonna have no choice but to, or Wisconsin in general, art wise.
No, I definitely agree on that. 100%. Yeah, it's coming.
It's definitely coming. Let's get back started. What is your end goal with music?
See, my end goal with music. I like music. I like it a lot. I don't think I'm in love with music. By that, if I music is something I'm extremely good at. It's something that is an avenue to success for me. Not saying that if I'm presented an opportunity to act, or I start up a business that's extremely thriving, you know, I would steer over to that. Music to me is a opportunity to better me and the people around me. It's not something that how people strive to be like another Pac, or to be another Biggie, or to be another Jay-Z. If it happens, thank you, but that's not my end goal. I don't want to be a legend in the music, because it's legends in the music that ain't got nothing. Like like no offense to the man, but I've seen KRS-One going around speaking to people and trying to enlighten people, and he's a legend. But he don't I don't know what else he has. I don't know if he's able to provide to his grandkids. You know what I'm saying? In a way where they ain't got to really worry about the whole stresses of not having money. Because money don't make everything better, but at least you less stressed. Like I've known a few Europeans who would just take camping trips and be gone for months at a time, and then come back and life just restarts back up. I can't go do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can't just go do that, because you know money is definitely something serious there, where it's just too much stress. So that's my end goal. My end goal is to be a wealthy man, and then provide for the people around me. And I believe music is my avenue, because I'm good at it, because I know I can sell it. And then it's pretty dope. To get praise. To do something. It's pretty dope. Having fans. Enjoy your music, know the words. It's pretty dope. So
Definitely. Wanna, like you said, you gotta try to build like generational wealth.
yeah,
Like,
definitely.
so when you're done, doesn't mean that it ends there.
Right,
You
and
know.
people don't understand it, especially on a smaller scale. Like, you hear things like quotes like, "You can't you can't take it with you when you gone."
Mm-hmm.
Like, quotes like this, I don't think these quotes come from a black man. These are quotes that this that's just nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, you can't take it when you gone, but there's people here who can use it, that deserve it. That's
Mm-hmm.
that your whole legacy. It just don't make sense. Don't go spend it all. Like, it was Jeezy had a line in one of his songs that said, he said, I forgot how he worded it the correct way, but he said, uh, you you're gonna spend it because you can't take it with you till you're gone, but then the money's gone before you're gone. Now what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, now you old and broke. What now? That was, for him not to be as one of the biggest lyricists. That was a line that was powerful to me. Like, that's real. Like, you out here living fast. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm making money. I can't take it when I'm gone. But once the money gone, then what?
Mm-hmm.
It's people don't think longevity like that, and it's like, not saying I had one of the worst upcomings, because I didn't. I had a pretty decent upcoming, because of my mom, because of my dad. But it's people who has terrible upbringings, and it's like, for you to go through this, and then to put it upon your kids to go through it, and then their kids to go through it. You're not learning from your own mistakes. You're not learning from your own steps in life. My whole thing is, I didn't have to miss meals, so that's not my thing. That's not something that I can be like, man, I never make sure my kids mix meals, even though that's true. My thing was my mom. It was a money issue. Just the finer things in life was lacking, and that's this is my struggle coming up. I want my kids to not have that. You know, I want their kids to not have that. You know, like, oh, you go to school and you see the kids with the, you know, what I'm saying, with the Jordans on, and then, you know, they quick to rib you because you don't. My kids ain't got to go through that. I'm a, you know, express to them not to talk down on the misfortunate,
Yeah.
but you know, reality is that's just how kids are, and it's like it's best to set your kids in any environment, knowing how the environment is, in to succeed in the possible outcome. You know, like knowing material things is not important, but you know how the school system is because we all been there. You know, we know it's you know, you can still grow up out of it and become a great person, but it's best to put them down a path where it's lack thereof of being mistreated on. You know, and that's my whole goal. And you know, I ain't got no kids yet, but you know, a little too early. But it's definitely something that I'm thinking about, and it's one of my goals.
Uh, just to close out, how can the viewership, your audience, get in touch with you and say that they want a verse, they want a hook?
Um, to to be honest, I do have an email where you can book me for anything. It's www.paperstacks@yahoo.com. You can follow me on IG, big_dog_stacks. Um, my music is available on all digital streaming sites. Don't Believe the Hype is my album that's available now. Uh, PaperStacks, one word, capital S. Um, Features, as far as that, I'm willing to do anything. You know, I can hop on anything. You know, literally. So I'm willing to do anything. As far as a hook, I've never been featured to do a hook. That's to me, that's me creating the song. I'm the reason why this song will be good or not good. That's something I might have to charge for. You know, I don't think I'm at a point to charge for features yet as far as verses because I don't feel as though I have a fan base. I don't they don't all direct to your song if I'm on it. You know, it's they're gonna listen to me, but to they don't. I don't think they have the drive yet to be like whatever he's on, I gotta listen to.
Yeah.
Even if it's this guy, that guy, this girl. I don't think they're at that point yet. But I guarantee you, after this second project, I will be charging for features, and that will be something that's gonna come about because I know by then I will have a more of a fan base that definitely wants to hear what any and everything I have out there, depending on from features to my own personal music.
Um, um, it's gonna end it off here. It's getting close to one. Thank you guys for tuning in to Kicking It with Tyree. We live from Hi-Fi Studios. Uh, you guys tune in to his newest project coming this month.
I record here too.
Coming this month. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a good day.
Yeah. 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 I get so fly on them, baby. Fly. I clean up nice. Ice just shine on them, baby. Shine. You might go blind if you look twice. Feeling like the star of the show. Yeah, yeah. Feeling like the one they control. Yeah, the one that they want. Finna get back on the road. Yeah, yeah. Finna get back to the dope. Yeah, yeah.
For me, music started back in 2015, maybe. I was a sophomore in college, and I was already doing spoken word videos and spoken word events, slams and stuff in school. And that kind of just slowly transitioned from poetry to music. I was with a group of friends who had already had the equipment to make beats and record stuff in the dorms, and they heard some of the stuff that I had did on YouTube, and they said, you should come try it out. And I did, and I haven't looked back since.